Hi, welcome back. My name is Ashish, and in this video we will see how to set up the development environment to use Ansible. So we have decided that we'll try the Ansible, but before we set the Azure pipelines, we'll first run Ansible directly in the Azure Cloud Shell and then locally from Visual Studio Code by using the Ansible extension. But first we need to set up the local development environment. So by the end of this video, we will have an Ansible playbook in a Git repo that we can connect to Azure pipelines. So to complete this video, we have to have a Git repository. We have to connect our Azure subscription and bring up the Azure Cloud Shell through Visual Studio Code. And then we will create an SSH key pair and upload the key pair to the Cloud Shell. Okay, how do you create a Git repository? We have to create a working directory, configure Git, and then create a Git repository. So for that, I'll open up the Visual Studio Code. Okay. Let it come up. It is slowly loading up. I have my Visual Studio Code. I'm going to click on I click on View, I click on Command Palette, I'm gonna type option, I'm gonna click on View, I'm gonna click on Terminal, it brings out my terminal, I'm currently on that. I'm gonna create the working directory to use it. So I'm going to go on repository to GitHub. So I'm going to do git in, I'm going to git in it. So it has initialized empty git repo in under my this location that I've created. I am on the Visual Studio Code. So in here, I'll see how can I connect my Azure subscription to Visual Studio Code. So we have to first install the Azure account extension. The Azure account extension enables us to connect to the Azure subscription. So in the Visual Studio Code on the View menu, so I'm talking about this. Onto the View menu, click on Extensions here. Alright, under the extensions, click on Azure Account. Common sign-in, this one. Okay. Click on it, click on Install. The extension is enabled. You see here that it is going fine. I have to select Reload to enable the extension. Okay, so what it did was I selected this view command, then under command palette I selected this Azure sign in to Azure Cloud, or you can click on the Azure sign in to Azure Cloud. When you select this, you want to do this Azure and it will take you to this window, and then you would click on this, your account name, your password is populated. If it has not, you must have not saved the password. If there is no password for you, you have to enter it. So there is already done. I can close this window, I can close this one, and if I go back, I am signed in. Okay. And okay, now we have to create an SSH key. So when connecting to Linux VM, we can use password authentication or key-based. With key-based authentication, there are two keys. The public key is stored on the host. In this case, it would be our VM. So we hold the private key, which enables us to securely connect. The private key is sensitive information and should be treated as like a password. So here we will use the key-based authentication because it's generally more secure than using passwords. So in Visual Studio Code, I will go to my terminal. Okay, and I click on this terminal, and it will give me this. I go to my account. I go to the directory in which I have this folder. See, I'm sorry. I mislearn. I go here. Let me see if I can SSH using this command. I can create a key pair. Alrighty. Okay. Let me see. Okay, it has created it. So it creates two files, the public key ansible underscore rsa.pub and the ansible underscore rsa. So now we'll bring up the Azure Cloud Shell through Visual Studio Code so that we can work with Ansible code and run the configuration. We use Cloud Shell here because it comes with Ansible already set up for you, because we don't have to install anything. If you use Azure Cloud Shell, almost every module CLI is installed. So if you would select this view and command let's say it says open PowerShell in Cloud Shell, or you can use open bash in Cloud Shell. So if you select this, you get this. Opening a Cloud Shell currently requires this or later to install. You click on OK. Oh, open. It will go here. We'll go this. Okay. So currently it is installing Node.js with all the required modules like chocolatey as well. So I'm going to pause and come back. Alright, my Node.js is finished. And let me check what further needs to be done. And so I click on finish here. Press any key to continue. I click on it. Okay. So it is installing additional tools for my Node.js. Let it do that. All I wanted to do was I wanted to open the Azure Cloud Shell from my Visual Studio. And this is all we have to go through. Don't worry, let me pause again. Okay, it's doing something. It is getting the latest version. It's installing chocolatey now. Wonderful. So let me wait and come back. It is still installing chocolatey. Okay, so this is what when you are installing the containerized Docker image or any containerized image. So whenever it was installing Node.js and the prereqs was not already installed, so there was the total software package, and that contained all the libraries, dependencies that would needed to be on the system. So like you found that Python is not installed, so it installing Python and it's done, and then it started downloading chocolatey and then all its dependencies, so on and so forth. So this is the beauty of installing the containerized packages, software packages that comes with their own libraries, dependencies, executables, and everything else what is needed to have that software installed. So it's doing its job, and I'm going to pause it. So this is what it is. So when you got the idea, right? I don't know why it is acting up. So you want to run it, you do command palette, and if you select any command, you can because it is still downloading Node.js, so I'm not able to do it, because after that I will upload my SSH key to the Cloud Shell as well. So this is how you do it, and when you want to upload it, I will use this upload to Cloud Shell command. It's still, so if I cancel it
And so this is upload to cloud shell. You click on here, it will again ask you that this node.js is not installed. You will click on open, it will try to install it, but it's already running at here. Okay, so this is how you do it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day ahead.